It's here. We are on Tuesday, the April of 30th, and I need to issue a sincere apology for my actions in last week's dumpster fire stream where we reacted to the NFL draft. There was an incident where things started really well. The Giants drafted Malik Neighbors. It was things were seemed normal at the time, and unfortunately, some of the devil's lettuce, or what we refer to as marijuana, made it into my system, and to Barry McCockner's shock and surprise and his disapproval, and to your disapproval, I was way too high on stream, and I apologize profusely for my actions, which resulted in me not being able to function for the entire second half of the stream, and Tree having to carry the stream. So I'm here to say that I will not be smoking on air anytime soon, maybe at the very tail end of a really long stream. No. I'm very sorry. I will not smoke weed again. Maybe halfway through. What if an edible kicks in? What if the edible kicks in like during the stream? Is that okay? I'm just saying. I'm really sorry that I did that. It was so bad that Tree actually texted me and told me never to do it again. So I will not do it again. I have let you all down. I will do some type of punishment. I will go join a dare meeting or something. And kids, do not smoke weed until you're legally allowed to. And if you have a live show, don't do so. Thank you.
Smoke weed every day.
Sorry. Dude, you were out by pick 10.
I was so bad.
Oh, dude, I was
get,
pissed at you, dude. Like I was mad.
I did not mean to get that high. And then if you go back and watch the tape, like my eyes are really barely open. Like I was
like, I was watching it on Friday. I'm like, dude, this is fucking unwatchable.
Like the thing is, like Uche, when he would get high on stream, that was his way of getting to normal, right? Like that was Uche just becoming normal. Me getting high on stream was me getting very worse, as many worse versions of myself until I was no longer functioning as an adult. Okay.
I mean, the thing with Uche was he would always turn off his camera while he smoked weed. He didn't smoke it off to the side. That's what you have to worry about.
Yeah. And I didn't care either. Like, dude, Uche just, I think because he smoked so much weed that it would actually block the camera from so much. Dude, that guy, I remember one time he didn't go off camera. It was on his stream. Like, so on his stream, he wouldn't.
Yeah. He would like smoke bowls before stream sometimes. He would do that.
Yeah. I miss that.
I miss that dude too.
Yeah.
So you did make a big announcement. No bros versus pros this year. I did see that.
Yeah. So it was really tough. Momentum, like, didn't want to send guys this year. A couple other guys that I asked, like my thing is like, we did it 2 years in a row. And we were much more competitive last year. Like, we did really well for the first 2 innings. Mm-hmm. And this year I really wanted to put together a team that could actually compete. And so I had a target list of guys, and, they started backing out like kind of one by one. And so it didn't make sense to do it this year. Maybe if I start planning for next year, I can put together like a good comeback roster. But yeah, I mean, we've already kind of proven that YouTubers are going to get their ass kicked. Like, I wanted to put together the best baseball players possible that make content, and it just wasn't working. So we'll have to start now for next year.
I mean, the thing was, like, against the Pickles, like, we held our own pitching wise. It was just like our bats didn't really do anything.
Dude, Coach Rack, he was shoving. Dude.
Oh, he was dealing.
And then Zach came in and pitched. My only mistake was I let True RGM pitch the last inning because he came all that way. You know, I was like, he's the guy that pitches with both hands. And we had 14 fielder, and I was like, dude, just throw strikes, and he couldn't even throw strikes. So.
And the problem is, like, I remember, like, I was in the outfield with Ben Christensen. Like,
yeah.
Well, it just landed right in the middle of no man's land. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like when we were in the outfield. It's just.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
It's all good. While you're doing that, I will. I'll do some super chats while you do that. The Lim Report. What's up, brother? Rip Ayrton Senna and Roland. 30 years to tomorrow. Oh, Carolina actually just scored on a penalty shot. Evgeny Kuznetsov. Damn.
Whew. Dude, the Rangers have advanced, by the way.
No, I mean, I figured the Capitals were either going to hilariously upset them in 7 or get crushed in 4. And I mean, when Ovi goes ice cold and Charlie Lindgren is, you know, his power of friendship gets shot down by a machine gun, I think that's what happens. It is what it is. You'll be playing Carolina. That's going to be a hell of a series.
Oh shit. I'm gonna have to jump. Oh, never mind.
Oh, it's all good.
Never mind.
30 years to tomorrow, the greatest driver ever, also up the Ipswich town. And I meant to continue that, but I can't believe it's been 30 years since Ayrton Senna. I thought it was like later than that. Because the problem is, like, when you're a kid, like, I was too young to remember Ayrton Senna. So, like, I didn't really pay attention to Formula until, you know, Michael Schumacher started dominating. His brother Ralph.
Have you ever seen the documentary on him? It's between him and who's the other driver that they had a rivalry?
Niki Lauda?
Not Fittipaldi. No.
No, it wouldn't be Fittipaldi.
Tell me who in the documentary. It was
Mansell? No, it wouldn't be Mansell. No. Alain Prost.
Alain Prost, yes. They were like rivals, but they ended up being friends. Yes, Alain Prost. Why am I showing that? The accident that killed Senna was like one of the weirdest. Like a tie rod came off his car and just
it just
forehead.
It happened like that, and then his car just like stalled, and it just went straight.
Yeah,
and it's like.
And he was catching up to the field, basically. He was crushing his laps. And it was just like a weird thing. And it was fucking weird. Anyway.
There are a lot of weird accidents that happen with NASCAR. Like Alan Kulwicki died in a plane crash. Davey Allison died in just driving a helicopter. Like there are always some
died of AIDS.
Well, that was AIDS. Yep.
Yeah. That guy took it to the limit. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. NFL draft results. You read some supers while I look up.
Victor Barron. Mike Trout to undergo knee surgery. Rip my Angels. I mean, apparently it's not season ending, but it's like, that's fucking terrible. Like, he is the modern Bobby Orr. Like a generational talent that just keeps getting injured. Mm-hmm. That's what ended Bobby Orr early. JFKH, have you seen Steve Dangle's new vid? Poor dudes look like he's going to have an aneurysm. Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. It's, I mean, dude, the Leafs laid a massive egg. And I'm sitting there like, are you really doing this right now? Like, no Matthews tonight. You dominate possession all period long. You're tied at 1. And you only gave up 2 shots. So.
Dude, did you see Bissonnette just torch Mitch Marner?
Here's the thing, though. Marner's not really at fault. I mean, Marner had that big goal, but you have to consider their goaltending sucked all year. Their defense is bad. And not to mention, they've been getting bailed out by high end talent all year. They're going to use Marner as a scapegoat. Yet in reality, I don't know what you do because guess what? Tavares has a no movement clause. You just re-signed Nylander. You just re-signed Matthews. Like, Brody's a free agent. I mean, I don't know if you can. I mean, they're probably going to fire Sheldon Keefe and maybe Shanahan.
That's the other thing they're saying, that Sheldon Keefe like doesn't have them motivated. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you don't win, you look like shit. And
of course,
Boston is. They have more depth.
They're better
Marchand
structured.
Is just
Marchand is rent free in their minds.
Yeah, and they're just not. They're not there in terms of who they're playing. Boston, like if that was the one team that was the worst possible nightmare matchup for Toronto, it was Boston. Just kind of like the
Maybe
Lightning
Florida.
drawing Florida. No, the Lightning drawing Florida was even worse. Like
Yeah.
that was their kryptonite. Like the Rangers have a really good draw right now.
Let me tell you about what happened with Winnipeg. Pull the goalie. Pull the goalie. Yeah, which goalie we pull in Winnipeg?
I cannot believe that these series, like who's
It's lopsided. Like the closest one is
Yeah.
Dallas and Vegas, and
Yeah.
Dallas was looking bad there for a bit, and I'm like, really?
I mean,
fuckers?
the Avs are a lower seeded. Like somehow they're lower seeded, but they were much better than.
They had a lot of
when-
injuries, their goaltending
Yeah.
issues. I mean, they had. Remember, they brought in Parise and.
It looks like Edmonton might advance past the first round.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Well, they usually got
What
past the
world
first
are we
round.
living
It
in?
was the second round. They beaten LA 2 of the last 3 years. Could be 3 of the last 4. So that's the thing.
It'll be interesting in the West to see what happens. We'll see.
The East is
Yeah,
just
the
looking
Preds
like
choked.
it's well. The Preds like if Colton Sissons moves to the forehand, series is tied at 2. Like that costs you the series.
All right, do you want to go in alphabetical order for these teams?
Yeah,
just
definitely.
to grade them.
Oh, sorry, I
Okay.
forgot to do this one. Christopher
More
Bond,
high
5 and
five.
3. Hope you're doing well. I'm currently watching tornadoes hitting northeastern Kansas, along with 8 more days of rain and flooding. Oh shit! Thank Bills for Tyreek Hill 2.0. Go Chiefs! Tree laugh at the Bills.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you what they were thinking there. I mean, the problem is if Keon Coleman pans out, you lose the 5th-year option. So, yeah.
Here we are with the Arizona Cardinals to start. They actually picked up 11, 12 players in this draft.
Mm-hmm.
So they did get Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yep.
They got a couple corners. They got a running back, and
They got a big
Benson.
edge rusher. They got a. I
Yep.
got to look up the name real quick. It's
They got
Darius
a
Robinson
lot.
out of Missouri.
Yeah.
I mean, with Arizona, it's just throw darts on a billboard. You'll find a need. Like they are
Yeah.
ripping that foundation and rebuilding big time.
Yeah, so I mean, it's really hard to give them a grade because, like, it could be a C, it could be an A, it could be a D, it could be an F. But what do we give them? Like a B? I mean, Marvin Harrison is a good get, no matter.
I would
what.
say probably a B. I mean, for now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, these players at the low end, Xavier Thomas, Palmer, Davis. Like, who knows if these are even worth the draft picks? These were 5th and 6th and 7th round, but through the first 4, they did all right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it's a
Let's
good idea.
go to the Atlanta.
Fucking Michael
I
Penix.
I saw on Twitter that someone said the Atlanta Falcons. There hasn't been a draft this unpopular since Vietnam.
Oof. I mean, I got to do this for the sake of Michael Penix. This is what Atlanta did all night on Thursday.
I slammed my penis in the car door.
You slam your penis in the car door.
Yeah, it was fucking bad. I mean, the
So-
problem is like with Penix, like I like Penix as a player. And the argument I've been hearing is Jordan Love with Green Bay. Here's the counter argument. Jordan Love was 20 and he had a lot of raw issues that needed development. Michael Penix is 24, is near NFL ready, and has an injury history. These are 2 completely different situations. It's a false equivalence. So the
other
question is, you
thing
created
is-
a quarterback's dilemma when you didn't need to. Like, did Desmond
Right.
Ridder traumatize you that much?
The other thing is like they had Aaron Rodgers too, right? A guy that had been there how many years already and was like, just established as the greatest, quarterback in the league at the time. And you're just bringing in Kirk Cousins on what essentially looks like a temporary deal anyways. So like it doesn't seem like they have a real vision for what they're doing. Did you see that clip of the GM just explaining himself to Arthur Blank?
Yeah,
Like he was just Arthur
I mean,
Blank
he
was like, "Dude,
had
what the fuck?"
ownership's approval. So here's the thing: this is gonna make or break his GM legacy. I mean, let's be real, because if this fails, he getting fired.
Do GMs have legacies now? They're so easily forgotten that they're just not even thought about. Like, do you wake up and think at night about who's a GM that no one ever remembers?
Bill Tobin.
Yeah, who cares?
Who the heck is Mel Kiper? He just
Who the
died a couple
hell
days
is
ago.
up? Oh yeah,
And
Chris
we got a
Mortensen
fitty
did.
bomb.
All right.
We got a fitty bomb.
Got a fitty for the kitty over the couch in my pajama pants.
I remember you said fitty for the clitty.
Fitty for the kitty, yes.
Right? Right.
Been high.
You
shit,
might
I
have been
forgot my
high.
face.
Might have
I
been
might
high.
have been high.
We got praise the
might have been high.
Jeebus, because I think this
Listen.
show needs a lot more than Jeebus right now.
I apologize for my behavior. I don't know what the donkey was doing there, but it was there. So
Justin Ziegler for Fitty
Who we got?
Bones. I may be an Eagles fan, but we need to investigate Howie Roseman. At this point, he needs to be blackmailing the league to get Mitchell, DeJean, and Trotter. The trade's just a formality so he can hide his tracks. Duke killed it this year. I mean, I mean, they got White Boy Summer and one of the best corners in the draft. I mean, they need
he
a secondary help
crushes-
bad.
I'm getting annoyed with this dude. Like he's like Walter White. It's annoying. He can't keep getting away with it. Like,
It's like the Big Lebowski. You hate the Eagles, man.
yeah, I fucking hate the Eagles, man. What the fuck? All right, the Falcons are getting an F, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would go D to an F. Like
They ended up getting a defensive tackle, right? But they
yeah,
didn't
in the
take
second
an
round, but
edge.
it wasn't. They took
Right.
an edge in the third round. But I mean,
Right.
it could work out. But it's like I mean, if you have issues with your edge next year, I mean, what do you have besides Arnold Ebiketie? What do you have? I mean, do you bring back Calais Campbell? Do you bring back Bud Dupree?
I don't know what they're doing. It just doesn't make much sense. Okay. So the Ravens did all right. They had late round picks. The Ravens always seem to kind of do well in their draft. Like they fill holes.
I mean, Nate Wiggins, it does fill a need. They fill a need a tackle, and most of it's depth. And they usually have a good track record with their mid to late round picks. So I'd say right as a solid B.
Just
What
give
it
them a
was.
B.
Yeah.
Give them a B. Okay. Everyone
Yep,
wants to know how well their team did.
And ECW Hardcore, more high 5 points.
Yes. Dorless says, or Micker says Dorless can play edge. Okay, we'll see. But like again, you could have had first round talent and drafted a QB next year because you're gonna suck ass next
Oh,
year.
it depends what that tampering penalty is going to be.
Right.
Because I mean,
You could
if
have
they
Roman
look,
Odunze.
which makes even less sense because if you have like a tampering penalty, like you brought in Kirk Cousins, why are you drafting his replacement this quickly if you're going to lose a potentially a first round pick? And I get like next year's quarterback draft is very weak because once again, I mean, Quinn Ewers and Sheeter Sanders are like the biggest ones right now. Maybe someone else can emerge, but like
Play poor for Shador.
I mean,
They did get TJ Tampa though, the Baltimore Ravens.
I mean, it should have been in the Bucks though. I mean, TJ Tampa in Tampa? Come on,
yeah,
man.
that made sense. Like Joey Porter Jr. in Pittsburgh.
Or Jeremiah Trotter Jr. to Philly.
Yep. So the Bills are next. They didn't even pick until round 2. Everything was kind of backloaded with them. They ended up getting 10 players, but they're all kind of fill-ins. I don't really know much. Their first guy was Keon Coleman.
Keon Coleman. They traded down a bunch, which is weird. And they like moved up a couple day 3 slots. So it's
Yeah, they got Cole Bishop, like who knows what they're doing. But what do you want to give them?
I would say
like a
probably
B?
a C or a D.
C. Yeah, let's give them a C.
Because like, I mean, I'm not a
They
fan
lost
of just
Stephon
like
Diggs. Right.
well, it's not just Diggs. It's that like they wanted Brian Thomas Jr. He didn't fall to them, so they said, "Screw it, let's just trade down." And the problem is like trading down with the Chiefs. It just leaves a sour memory in a lot of Bills fans' minds.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't trade down with the Chiefs. The Chiefs are another team. Brett Veach and Howie Roseman, like they're doing it better than anybody else, and it's pissing me off. It could be that they got lucky on some picks for sure, but they're doing their jobs well.
Yeah.
You don't get lucky consistently, and
Yep.
those guys have scored consistently. All right, the Panthers, Xavier Legit was their first pick out of South Carolina.
Yeah, Xavier Legit. They moved up. They get the 5th-year option there. Let me take your hat off, by the way, like David Tepper. So, do you
What?
think I can do that for you, Five? Did you see that footage
one
of David Tepper?
No.
Like,
Took his hat off.
yeah, let me show it to you because I think like let me upload it real quick.
Look how bald I am. I got
Man,
next week's thoughts in my head.
Oof. 5 thoughts videos. Is that what we're doing now?
I'm remembering next week's memories.
Oh, you
but
got
yeah,
100
Legit
videos.
could
I
be
gotta-
good. What?
I gotta remove.
They
some
still
files.
ended up with a first round pick somehow, and they got a pick in every round, even though they gave away their entire draft for freaking Bryce Young.
Yeah,
So
but
I'd
they-
actually say that you can kind of argue that they actually did well. Like they got a wide receiver, they got probably the best running back in the draft in Jonathan Brooks. Like I think he was the first back to go. They got a linebacker.
Yeah, the reason why is that the reason why he was in that establishment was because that they had a sign that says "Let the GM and coach make their picks." He didn't want him to meddle, and he came in there, and yeah, it's another David Tepper thing.
So he just walked in and then took the guy's hat off. What did the
Yeah.
hat say?
I think it was like a team logo. I think it might have been the Eagles or something. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's funny. I mean, whatever. Like it's him being a bitch. He was probably joking when he did it. Like he didn't seem hostile towards the kid, but like, yeah.
Yeah,
that
it's still a
it
bad
was an
look.
Eagles hat. That was funny. Okay. Still, Tepper's an asshole, but like I think he was just having fun. So, but yeah, I would. Yeah, he's still an asshole. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He's a dick. But I would not be offended. Like I'd be like, "Ha, that's funny. I'm wearing a Giants hat. Fuck you. You're David Tepper. Suck my dick." But then Tepper could have you thrown in jail for looking at him funny or some shit.
Yeah.
Because that's how white power works. Or white privilege. Billionaire privilege works. All right, the Panthers, let's actually give them a B. They actually did well, if you ask me. Like, I don't hate their draft.
I mean, for as bad as
For a
it
team
was, the only way I'd rate it lower is just because the Bears had their first round pick. But that's more than the Bears.
Now, speaking of the Bears, they're next here.
They won the draft with 2 picks, Odunze and
did.
Caleb Williams.
I
Like,
gotta
they're
give them
automatically an A.
Yeah, they didn't have many picks. They only made 5. But they also got a kicker, or I'm sorry, not a kicker, a tackle from Yale, a punter. They took a punter in the 4th round, which is insane.
I mean, sometimes punters in the 4th round can work out. It's apparently the best rated punter in the world. He broke the 85-yard NCAA, 85-year-old NCAA single season record for punting yards with the 67-yard punt. I mean, this is an Iowa punter, so he's gotten a lot of work.
I wonder what Isaac thinks of this guy. I wonder what Isaac Punts would say about this. What's his name?
Torrey Taylor.
Tory Taylor. Okay. Big white boy energy right there. Good draft for the Bears. Yes. All right, let's go on to the next team, the Cincinnati Bengals. A lot of players. They didn't pick until 18th. They got Amarius Mims. They got Chris Jenkins and a
Chris
wide
Jenkins,
receiver
like the old
named
Panther.
Griffin.
Oh yeah, it is
Yeah.
like the old Panther. Is this Chris? Is this his dad, Chris Jenkins?
I don't know. Chris Jenkins. He
Trying to
was the team
think.
captain at Michigan. Hold on.
Trying to think if he's related to.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he's
is
the son of former NFL player
former
Chris
NFL
Jenkins.
player.
Yep, former
And
Carolina
he's the
Panther Chris
nephew of
Jenkins.
Cullen Jenkins. Wow. Okay. Runs in the family. So what do we give this? Like they just got a bunch of players. To me, it's like a C.
Yeah, I think the thing too is like you have to consider what's going on with T. Higgins and with Trey Hendrickson, because
Okay.
if they have issues, then I don't know what you do there, because like they've requested trades, and I mean Higgins
How about
might
this?
hold out.
How about this? First grade that we get from the chat, I will give it to the Bengals. Hurry up, chat. Give me a grade. Any grade.
Z.
Z? Okay.
No,
I'll give him a
Z.
Z.
Actually, they said C. Looks like.
Oh, a C?
Yeah, I mean I said Z, but
oh,
like
you said Z. All right, never mind. Let me just.
yeah, the Falcons at Z.
All right, I'll put the Falcons down at Z.
Keep it as a
Yes.
Z.
Fucking Falcons, dude. What crack were they smoking, man?
Same shit you were smoking on draft night.
Yeah, they that shit permeated through the fucking screen and got me high.
I mean, it got all of us high, man. Got the audience high. That's why they're making jokes about high five.
High five. The Cleveland Browns.
They didn't have many
they
picks.
because they traded them all. They got Michael Hall. They got Zach Zinter. I'm sorry, Zach Zinter.
Zach Zinter.
Double Z. He's a guard
Solid
from
guard.
Michigan. They got
Jamari Thrash.
Jamari Thrash. Is that James Thrash's kid?
I don't think.
Let me look.
But I mean, for like Cleveland, I mean, I give them a C just because they didn't really have a first round pick. They were most trying to fill needs.
So Thrash is not related to James Thrash.
That's a shame. James Thrash was a decent special teamer.
Yeah, he was. I think this was like a C,
Yep.
for the Browns. Like I can't really evaluate. They didn't get any big like it. What I wouldn't call it a win. Like how do you know any of these guys?
Yeah,
Now
I mean,
the Cowboys.
they went all in, baby. They got Zeke Elliott back, dude.
Hell
The
yeah.
greatest comeback in the history of comebacks, dude.
Final
they did
play,
not-
it looks like barring a penalty. Prescott over the middle of the turret. Gets smoked right away. And that
He's going to be their starting center.
You get smoked right away. I don't know what it is lately, whether it's the weather, but I've been getting a lot of hinge matches lately.
There you go, man.
Women are like, man, the weather's nice. I need me a man for the nice weather. And I'm just like, oh, where were y'all during the winter?
They were resting and hibernating.
Yeah.
They were hibernating for their beauty. And now they come out for spring and they're ready for mating.
Yes, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. They're kind of bothering. It's good though. It's good. I'm not hating. Anyways, all right. The Cowboys.
They're like a C or
They
a
got.
D.
You
would
think
say.
so?
You never know. I mean,
They
they did
always
get Tyler
draft
Guyton.
well.
I mean,
They
Guyton
always
should be a fair
draft-
prospect. They need. It's more need, I would say.
I don't know. I would not. I would caution hating on any Cowboys draft. That is the one thing that they do well. They might not.
true.
They traded away Amari Cooper for nothing. They're horrible at trades, and they're horrible at re-signing free agents that they should just let go. But I would not hate on their drafts. That's the one thing they do well.
Fair
I'm
enough.
gonna give it a D for being in Dallas, though.
See? Got to bring
C
out the
for
memes.
center.
I mean, they want
C,
the D.
C for center, Griffin. S. C for center. Fine. C is for cookie. It's good enough for me. The Broncos. Wow, this one is tough.
Reach.
Reach, indeed.
I mean,
Bo
there was
Nix.
nothing else because, like, you do have Bo Nix, but he was the last quarterback on the board. If they didn't take him, they were getting what? Keaton Slovis?
Did Keaton Slovis get picked up by a team?
No. But
Okay,
I mean,
Spencer
dude,
Rattler did.
Yeah, Bo Melton did. If
Yeah,
Keaton
and so
Slovis
did-
got drafted, I was gonna shit my pants. That dude was terrible at Pitt. And I'm like,
I don't wanna
Keaton
hate
Slovis
on
is a
someone-
prospect?
Right. I don't want to hate on someone. Like, I'm sure he works hard. And
Yeah,
I'm
but it's
sure,
like sometimes
he-
you just aren't
yeah.
NFL caliber. It happens. Like
Yeah.
you and I are not NFL caliber. We're very aware of that. I don't think we're
No,
even
I
high
can't-
school caliber at this point.
I can't even tie my shoes, like without. I can't even make it through a stream while high. So, and Uche would play high and kick ass.
Some people are different when they're high, Like there are
Yeah,
people that
true.
like when they're high, they actually focus better. It's weird.
I don't think
Or-
that's possible, but
Some people
yeah,
do
I
in
think-
kitchens, like it
some.
allows them to focus on menial tasks.
Yeah,
I've seen it
Maybe
before.
if you have Tourette's or something, maybe it helps. I don't know. I'm gonna say that Denver kind of like they didn't get whoever they wanted.
They wanted McCarthy,
give them a
but
D.
the Vikings got post up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd kind of give them a D on that. Like, I just don't, is Bo Nix like? I get that Perna was happy. They have Bo Nix. Who else?
It's
is in the
copium
quarterback
stage.
room?
Well, they have Jared Stidham, and they also have Zach Wilson, the Mormon legend.
Zach Wilson. So no one's really going to compete with Bo Nix, right? Like, if you can't beat out Zach Wilson, like, you're trash.
Well, Bo Nix is probably going to sit for a little bit. They'll probably have a
Maybe.
quarterback competition.
Maybe. All right, the Lions. The Lions added all defensive backs, a tackle, and just tackles, defensive backs, and one defensive tackle.
They needed
So-
secondary help. Like, they needed it bad. Their
did.
secondary was awful. Cam Sutton got cut for playing GTA IRL. I mean, one of the best corners in the game fell to them. I mean, I'd give them a solid B.
All right, give them a B for these nuts. B's nuts. All right. Next. Don't yawn.
Whatever. I know it's contagious.
Packers. The
Packers.
Packers. They got Jordan Morgan. Offensive
traded
lineman,
down
that's
a
Bakhtiari's.
shit ton.
Yep. They got Javon Bullard or Javon Bullard. Is it Javon or Javon?
I think it's Javon. I think.
Javon Bullard. And they got Marshawn Lloyd, a running back, because they lost what's his name? But they gained one back and they lost another. So I guess they lost Aaron Jones.
Marshawn Lloyd.
Right? Yeah, Marshawn Lloyd. Beast mode. And they got an Oladapo. They got Keaton Oladapo, not Oladipo. They got a lot of players. I'm just gonna give them a C.
Yeah, I would say roughly a C. The problem with them picking tackles that all the good ones were gone by the point they drafted. They couldn't trade up.
Yeah.
Like they would have had to trade past up a lot of different people, and there was no way they were going to do that.
Yep. All right, the Houston Texans. They got Kwame Lassiter, Kamari Lassiter. Not
Is this Kwame Lassiter's kid?
is it?
Let's see. I don't know. Doesn't say.
Nah,
Because
it's
it
not
feels like it
saying
would
on
be.
his Wikipedia.
Let's see in Georgia.
He's from
Personal. No, it doesn't look like it. I don't think he's related to Kwame.
Nope. Kamari Lassiter is just and then they got a tight end, Cade Stover at Ohio State, and a running back. Oh, they got a guy from Auburn, Marcus Harris. I don't know. I give them maybe.
I mean, you got
C.
to give them like a C because once again, they made their big move earlier. This is traded for Will Anderson. They're filling
And
depth
Tank-
right now.
Did you see Tank Dell got fucking shot?
I did,
Yeah,
and
Mike
thank
Pro.
God he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he wasn't even like involved in the fracas. He was just like literal crossfire.
Yeah, just it happens, and it fucking sucks.
Yeah. What the fuck, dude? Like, what do they say? Nothing good happens after midnight. Fuck that shit.
Nothing good happens after
Fuck
2
that
a.m.
shit.
Yeah, buddy.
The Colts. So
I
they
think
picked
they
15 overall, right?
they get Laiatu Latu, probably one of the best edges in the draft. First defensive player taken in that draft.
Yeah, so it had to be the best defensive player, right?
One of the
course.
best, yeah. I would say
And they
him or
also
Dallas
got Adonai
Turner.
Mitchell.
I mean, like,
Ooh.
and Chris Ballard did a very public defense of him, and like he ripped the anonymous sources and stuff like that. Because nobody's gonna say that if they're out in public. That would damage their reputation.
No, I'm gonna give them a B. I think they did a B.
I think they did. I think they did a
I
B
think a
B
Mitchell-
plus job.
Yeah, I think Mitchell was a nice little steal to drop down at.
Oh, they fell
in the second round.
I know for the
Yeah.
Steelers pick, it was either going to be, Adonai Mitchell or Zach Frazier, and they needed center more, so it's like it had to be Frazier.
Yeah.
Then Macon Salves out of Pitt, not bad.
Whoa. Oh, my son is calling me. Can I call you right back? Or can I call? Let me take this call real quick. You
Do what you
carry
got
the
to
show
do.
for a second.
It's all good, man. Let me actually do this. Let me go over a few super chats in the meantime. Errol Flambe won for 5 bones. Another year, another hard April. Last year was a bake up and 2 months after being fired. Today, I was let go first thing in the morning. Oh, dude, I am so sorry, brother. I know you were happy with your job too, and you wrote to us earlier, so that's a shame. Cheers, boys. Boys, sir, I hope you find a job quickly, my man. Fucking sucks. I'm sorry, dude. And Ryan Irwin, Bucks made the fatal mistake of hiring Doc Rivers. They should fire him. Dude, nobody's winning without Dame Lillard or Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like, they're fucked. Like, they're done. And the Colts and the Pacers are no longer jinxed for whatever reason. Red Rhino 49, well, Lakers, at least you got a midseason trophy. And not just that. They got double the free throws against the New Orleans Pelicans. I forgot they had that midseason trophy. Hi, King Feanor, Alpha Chat on Middle Earth. Glad the Iron Horse has become the official D-Fire lore. Fucking Iron Horse. Oh, God. Also, the Bills Iron Horse themselves in the draft. D+ grade. Yeah. It's definitely understandable there. It's definitely very fun. Toronto, can you fucking score already? Jesus Christ. This is embarrassing. And James Lindsley, Tree, it's time for the Suns' legacy of failure video. Oof. The Suns, they're fucked. Like, it's fucking bad.
Yeah, so
Went
my
all
son
in,
has-
and they have no depth.
Yeah, they're done. They're
And no
cooked.
point guard.
I have some really good news for y'all. My son, his roommate, they were up in Pittsburgh
Nice.
a couple weeks ago and to see the eclipse. And on the last day, they were skateboarding and they were riding down a hill and they both fell.
Oh,
And
jeez.
my son had escaped with some scrapes, and his roommate and best friend had a skull fracture
Oh,
and
God.
had been and he went unconscious, and he actually had been unconscious for the last 2 weeks. However,
Jesus.
he woke up today. He's
Thank God.
conscious. Yeah, apparently he woke up and he said, "Hey," he recognized his mom and dad and said, "Hey, I have to take a shit." Was the first words that he said. So my son's driving back up to. He's actually headed up to Pittsburgh right now. So I think he's at UPMC.
Oh, which one?
but
I
it's
mean, there are a
really
couple
good
of them.
news.
There's
I have no
UPMC
idea.
Mercy, Presby, UPMC Shady
I have no
Side.
idea.
I mean,
don't
you're
know.
getting good care there. So, I mean, I'm glad he's okay.
If I could come up, I would. But yeah, he's just going up tonight, so I'm really happy that the kid is. I mean, he's probably got a long road ahead of him, but he's awake, he's responsive, and it was just a bad situation and a horrible accident.
Fortunate
So,
thing is he is responsive. There's no real brain damage there, so thank God.
well, you don't know. I mean, it's
Yeah.
TBI, it's traumatic brain injury. You don't know what's going to happen. But anyways, let's resume the show. So
Right.
great news, and yeah, he was just. That's why I didn't want to be rude, but I had to take that call because
I understand completely.
right now.
If it's family related, I completely understand, dude.
Yeah, Jaguars got a bunch of picks, probably 9 picks they picked in the first round. They got Brian Thomas Jr. Obviously, Brian Thomas's kid.
You never know.
His dad
Could
an
be a-
NFLer?
Could it be a different Brian Thomas?
Yeah, it could be. It doesn't say whether his dad was a beast. Oh, we got another 50.
We
a
got
for the
Fitty.
kitty.
Uh-oh. Soaring Eagle. Praise to Jeebus. Praise to Jeebus. A bunch of things need Jeebus right now. Way too much Jeebus.
We all need. I saw Jeebus last stream. I was like,
I mean,
he was like, "You need to
Jeebus
go."
got high shit.
Yeah. No, Jeebus was like, you need to calm your ass down and finish that stream. You need to get out of here. The fuck.
And then you probably, once you finished up that stream, you got fucking high
change Z to
again.
Gary Busey. That's funny.
Do
Have you
it.
seen that? I want to talk about buttered sausage biscuits.
No, I mean, the Falcons might be.
Have you seen that?
No.
Let me find that while you. Oh,
Tell you
damn it,
what.
I can't. Hold on.
I mean, oh, hold on. People are seeing our metrics and our super chat money.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh,
that's dope.
SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, we are Gary Busey clip sausage. I'm trying to find this. Buttered sausage. Yes, here it is. All right, I'm going to play this for y'all. Damn it.
What you got? Matthew Ramirez, Street 5. No, this isn't political, but what do you think about Putin and Russia saying the Alaska sale was illegal and wanting Alaska back? Dude, that was 200 years ago, man. That was completely different regimes. You were dealing with the Russian monarchy, not with Russia itself. And Jack Danner, 2001, just recently, my mom died Sunday from cancer. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry,
Oh, man. I'm so sorry to hear
man.
that.
I'm going on break for a while. Thanks, guys, so much for the content. I've been watching for 7 years. Jack, dude, losing your mom hurts. Take all the time you need, brother. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to be when I lose my mom, so trust me, man.
Sorry.
Rest in peace.
I'm sorry. I had the buttered sausage clip playing while you were talking.
No, I mean, I couldn't hear the audio. So you're good.
Sorry about that.
I don't think you could hear the audio with, like, streams.
Can't hear it? All right.
I
let
mean,
me
you got to download it. Well, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Mike Farino, why did the Bears do more for Williams in one night than they did for Fields in 4 years? Well, I think because they didn't think they were rebuilding at the time.
Yeah. Hold on. Dang it. Let's talk about buttered sausage.
Ooh, thoughts on the Kraken firing Dave Haxtell? Apparently, like, there was a rumor that they weren't going to be able to, there were a bunch of rumors that Kraken player wouldn't resign or they'd riot if Haxtell were brought back. So I think that's partially why.
Really? They had a
Yeah.
mutiny, is what you're saying.
Yeah, like a Daryl Sutter type mutiny.
Ooh. Daryl Sutter can coach, though. Like, I don't get that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here
And
we
James
go.
Lindsley, three things certain in life: death, taxes, and the Maple Leafs losing to the Bruins in the playoffs. Well, I mean, there's still time.
Have they scored yet?
No, it's still tied at 1.
Hold on. All right. Here, let's play this clip real quick.
Let's talk about your Cable Ace Award.
Let's
in
talk about buttered
1987.
sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does, why is it doing what it's doing. Get it out of my face. What about buttered sausage?
It's not your jam. It's not your thing. You don't like it?
It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
So, you just be walking around saying, "Let's talk about buttered sausage," and it's not.
I
my
mean,
jam.
that's Gary Busey.
I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips. All right, let's grade these drafts.
What you gotta do? Jacksonville, I give like a B or a C. I mean, their mid-round picks are always baffling.
Give them a C.
Yeah.
All right, Kansas City. Let's talk about buttered sausage. Kansas City got Xavier Worthy. They got
We're not worthy.
Sua Maitayaya. They got a tight end to back up, and they re-signed. They got Jared Wiley, and they extended Kelsey. And I don't know. Let's give them a B, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
They always kind of do well. Give them a B. The LA Chargers. This was the most perplexing kind of draft, taking Joe Alt at number 5. I texted Justin Pugh after the draft, and he was like, "Where are you going to play Joe Alt?" And everyone's like, "I don't know, right tackle." And he's like, "You know that's not easy." Yeah.
Yeah.
He did not like it.
It's an interesting pick. I get what they're trying to do because, like, they're trying to enhance the trenches and protect Justin Herbert. I still thought they would have gone Malik Neighbors or Brock Bowers. I'm surprised by that. I mean, they did get Lad McConkey with their next pick, so they did get help.
Yeah, but like, this could either be an A or a Z. Like, it's not in between. Like,
We need
what
time.
If Alt just works out? Yeah. What do you just want to give him a C for now because we can't really call it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Or do you want to go full bold prediction and just give him an A right now? Because I think it's going to work out.
I think it will
I
too.
honestly think it's going to work out.
I mean,
All right,
with
let's
Joe
give him an A.
Alt's drip, when he was out in draft night, I'm like, this guy's going to be a Hall of Fame tackle. Just by the way he's dressed. It's like
Fair enough.
with like khaki pants, core zip, and like some like basic shoes. I'm like, yeah, this guy's going to be good.
Yep. The Raiders did well. They got the best tight end in the draft. They got Brock Bowers.
I like
They
it.
got a
I mean,
center.
I thought they would have gone corner there, but if Brock Bowers, I mean, you could do a really good 2 tight end system. I mean, Gronk and Aaron Hernandez, Ken Dilger, Marcus Pollard. I mean, you can do
do you
damage
see
with that
them
sort of
really
thing.
reaching? Like, I don't think that's a reach for Brock
I don't think they
Bowers.
really
Like,
reached.
a
No.
lot of- yeah. So a lot of people had him going to, like, say, the Falcons. Right?
I had him for the Chargers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, or even the Chargers. So, dude, you gotta wake up. Let's give him a B.
A B for Brock Bowers.
You yelled at me for being high. Now you're tired. All right.
Oh, shut
I'm
up.
messing with you.
I'm working with
There's
stuff,
been-
baby.
There's been so many streams where I've been tired as fuck.
Dude, we've gone nonstop for the last week, dude. I did a stream Wednesday. I did a stream Thursday. Friday, I sucked at baseball. Saturday, I was with my girl. And then Sunday, I was just doing a bunch of stuff and working on NFL draft. And
Sunday, you were jerking off dudes left and right. You were just like, oh, yeah.
might as well, Ben. You never know.
I'm just going to fucking drown myself in cock. Do not clip that, Nick.
That does
Do
sound
not
like
clip
something
that.
you should clip. Clip it. Clip it, dude. LA Rams.
There's just going to be a clip of me, just like this buttered sausage. It's going to just me being, I'm going to drown myself in cock. Ronald
Cack-a-day-da-day.
McDonald. Yeah. I've been working on
Personally,
my
I think
Theo
everyone
Vaughn.
in this story is horrible and everyone should die.
Hey, I've been working on my Theo Vaughn impression. Hey, man, you just get a couple mentals together, man, and just kind of feed them some fucking milk and then make them laugh and their fucking little heads will explode and shit, man.
Oh, damn.
Fucking, yeah. That's
There you
Theo
go.
Vaughn right there. All right, let's give the Rams a solid C.
I'd say so. I think they did work too. Jared Verse and Braden Fisk like to replace Aaron Donald. Like losing Aaron Donald, like it's going to be very hard to replace him. But at the same time, they did what they had to do. And Blake Corum too.
Do what they- Yeah, Blake Corum's a great pickup. I thought he would go higher, but nobody drafts fucking running backs anymore.
You never know.
The Dolphins.
Well,
really in a
Corum
bad
didn't Corum
position.
have like a major injury last year? I think that's why he also
He
fell.
did. Yeah, and they still won the Natty.
The
The Dolphins kind of pedestrian draft.
Interesting picks. Like they need
Couple
help
wide
everywhere.
receivers late. Yeah.
They're
Some
just like
wide
a couple
receivers
Washingtons. Washington's
Yeah,
late.
I don't see 3 guys making this team. They got a Kamara though. They got
Yeah, they got a
Mohamed
Kamara, 2 Washingtons, and Chop Robinson. Like they need like defensive help. Like they've lost their 2 starting edges to injury.
Yeah.
So it's going to be him and Shaq Barrett manning the fort for a little bit. And Chop May is
let's
more of
give
like
him
a
a D.
project. So C or
Yeah,
D.
I don't see
Yeah.
many. Yeah, D. DDV for 3. Double vag, double anal.
Right.
DVDA.
You know, right?
The Vikings draft J.J. McCarthy, 10th overall.
I thought he
Kirk
would go
Cousins.
higher, and I would laugh.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins replacement. So, I mean, if you get him at 10, they didn't have to trade up for him, right?
They
That
traded
was
up
the
like
rumor.
one pick, and they only gave up like a minimal amount to do it. It was more or less just to make sure
And
the
I think they-
Broncos wouldn't
Right.
jump up.
They got tricked by the Broncos, basically.
Well, I mean, they only gave up what, like a 5th round pick or a 4th, or like, and they dropped down. Like that's all they did.
I'll give them a B because they probably believe that McCarthy is their guy.
And
You know what
Dallas
I'm saying?
Turner too.
So-
Don't forget him. Like I mean, they
did get
found
Dallas
a
Turner.
solid edge, and he fell like a rock. They moved up with Jacksonville, and they were more than happy to oblige.
The Patriots. They went out and got Drake May. Mm-hmm. That's
Drake
who
May.
they wanted. They got a wide receiver.
They were looking at Justin Herbert. They had offers for the 3rd overall pick. I mean, the Giants were looking to move up to 3, same as the Vikings.
If they wanted a quarterback, if the Giant, but Malik Neighbors, like, you know, they changed their theory.
I
give them
think
a
the
B.
thing too is like they wanted Drake May if they wanted to go quarterback.
They did want Drake May pretty bad. So I'll give them a B. We have now the Nolan Saints. They got a tackle in Fuaga. Fuaga.
They needed help on tackle bad. Ryan Ramczyk might not play this year.
And then they drafted Spencer Rattler. So all these picks are kind of. I give them a D. I give them a D.
Yeah, I'd say a C or
because
D.
they didn't.
Oh, they
yeah,
got
didn't
cool.
really.
Tree,
Well, they
though.
got Kool-Aid, but like that's not gonna offset. You know, they got probably 4 guys that might not even make the team. So
You never know.
I'm not really excited about that. Not at all.
I think a few of them do.
You think so? I don't think
Maybe.
Rattler makes the team. I mean, I'm sorry, Dodge. I'm not trying to hate. I'm just
Rattler
saying I don't
could.
think
I mean, he's 3rd
Spencer
string.
Rattler. The Giants now. I think the Giants addressed everything that they needed to. They got Malik Neighbors. They got a safety in Nubin. They got a couple. They got a corner. They got a tight end. Like those 4 picks alone, make it a B. So I'm gonna just give them a B. I like what they did. I honestly like what they did.
I'll refer to you.
Yeah. No, I think they plugged whatever holes that they have. Well, they still have a lot of holes. Don't get me wrong. One of them is the quarterback.
I mean,
But,
you like plugging holes, don't you, Five?
Yeah, I do like plugging holes with my
With my Daniel Jones.
average dick.
I don't know about
Anyways.
above average. He's compensating.
Okay. The average penis is like 4 inches.
Okay. Whatever.
That's
Whatever.
what I heard. All right. The Jets did not fumble the bag. They got Ola Fashanu, number 1.
They
got
needed
who's-
line bad.
Yeah.
I mean, they got
But then they
Malachi
went in-
early, and they're throwing shots in the dark. I mean,
Yeah,
Jordan
and then
Travis,
yeah, but like he's not going to start, right?
of course not. I mean, unless he like
their
ran
starter?
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers,
Rodgers.
and then you have Tyrod Taylor. So he's developmental.
I mean, if Aaron's healthy, let's give it a C. Okay. Give it a C. The Eagles, the Eagles got an A. Like,
yeah,
the Eagles
they
stole
can't keep
the
getting away
draft
with
again.
it.
Yeah.
Quinion Mitchell.
They picked
and
22nd.
and they got White Boy Summer too.
Yeah. Cooper DeJean, they instantly upgraded their backfield, which was a problem last year. I was really surprised they didn't draft a center. I guess they're going to sign a free agent.
Well, I mean, they have Cam Jurgens. They're gonna use
Okay.
him as their center.
Okay.
So they've been grooming him. So they're okay.
You know about grooming, don't you?
I mean, dude, that isn't that what Discords are all about?
Gosh, you had to go there. All right, I'm going to defer to you on the Steelers.
I'm going to be honest here. I've been begging them to go offensive line for the last God knows how many years. They went offensive line. They let the draft go to them. Troy Fatanu, Zach Frazier. You fill 2 immediate needs. They'll have day 1 impact there. Roman Wilson should be an interesting wide receiver, at least as a slot guy, maybe as a gadget player. And then you have Peyton Wilson, who fell because of like ACL issues. He could very well be really good if like there was an issue there. Because remember, Hines Ward did not have an ACL. and he was able to
Yeah.
be fine. So that could work out very well. You
Hall of
need an
Famer.
inside linebacker. So I think you'll be okay. And I think,
you
too,
go.
like, I mean, I really like their draft. 3 of the first got 5 picks on offensive linemen. I think they've really filled much needed roles. I think they'll have a better chance with this offense. So, you know what? I'm actually in a decent shape with the Steelers. I give them a solid B. A very solid B.
All right. All right. Bees nuts. The Seattle Super Seahawks.
Yeah, buddy. I mean, they needed help like stopping the run. That's why they got Byron Murphy. And like it was bad. Like against the Steelers, they just got mauled, and that Steelers offensive line wasn't that good.
Who are they rolling with as their quarterback next year?
Geno Smith.
Seattle. Again?
Yeah.
Gino's running it back?
I mean, Geno didn't do
Wow.
too bad. But I think the thing
could
was
be.
like he has his limitations. Like you have him and Sam Howell.
Yeah.
So you do have starting experience, but like the thing with Sam Howell is that he'd get injured, and like his second half was just god awful.
Yeah. All right, Seattle, what are we going to give them? A C?
I'd say C. Fair enough. Yeah,
Get
buddy.
near the home stretch, boys. The 49ers. They picked
Ricky?
late because they made it to the Super Bowl.
Yep. Ricky Pearsall. I think like that's the question of that's your future replacement for somebody like an Ayuk or a Deebo Samuel. So
Yeah, one of those two is going. You can't pay
I mean,
them
like
both.
either this year or next year. Like they have to go. Apparently, they're not looking to trade Debo or Ayuk, but like the rumor with the Steelers is they're looking at Cortland Sutton or DK Metcalf. Oddly enough, which if they get DK Metcalf, holy shit! Like DK Metcalf was that Seattle offense, especially on like final drives.
Let's give the Niners a B.
I'd say so.
B,
I think it was a
B,
fair
B,
draft.
B.
Dominic Puny, I like that as a versatile offensive lineman. Ronaldo Green was pretty good too.
All right,
Tim-
the Buccaneers. They got a center.
They needed a center. Ryan Jensen was out for the year. I mean, I'm sorry, out for the year. I mean, that's career-ending injury, I should say.
Yeah, he's
So they
done.
needed somebody. And I mean, I'm more of a Jackson
Is this guy
Powers
a
Johnson.
ginger?
guy, but- No, he's not a ginger, but like Graham Barton
Oh.
should be pretty good.
Okay. I'm just saying, you're going to replace Jensen. You got to be a ginger. That'd be a
And
big
then you
redheaded fuck.
I mean, you're more or less filling needs, so I give it a C for now. You're filling needs.
Oh, yeah. You know about filling needs, don't you?
Oh, you know about filling too.
You know about
Filling holes, filling needs.
filling needs.
Knowing you
filling-
use concrete
filling needs.
and you get
nuts.
stuck in there.
Trying to fill
I know how
these
you are.
nuts.
Uh,
JC Latham. I like what they did. What the
I
Titans
think
did.
they were looking to do Joe Alt, but they got poached. But Bill Callahan
I think-
really loves JC Latham. And I mean, loves the dude.
Well, this might end up being good for them. You know, like that might be the guy that they really wanted. They
Could
got a
be.
tackle.
I
Defensive
mean, he
tackle.
shot up like a rocket. I thought he was going to go around the Steelers pick. So
They
I mean,
didn't try
solid
to get too
right
sexy.
tackle.
Yeah, they still don't have. I mean, Will Levis is going to be their starter. You know.
yeah,
So-
you're hoping he can make a little bit of a jump. He showed flashes last year, but you never know.
What do you give him? A C or a B?
I'd say a C. C to a
Soaring
B.
Eagle saying Latham was a huge ass reach.
Well, as I said, like they were looking at him around the Steelers pick, but like the thing is too, like I mean, it's more about like love for some people. Like it's not like a Cleveland Furl or that kind of reach, but or a Penix reach or a Bo Nix reach. So, as I said, I think they were probably looking Joe Alt, but they just wanted their second best on the board, and that was Latham.
Vincent Corey, NFC North looks stacked. All 4 teams look like wild card teams at a minimum.
I mean, dude, if the Bears don't win anything this year, I'm just gonna say the team's cursed, and like,
Okay.
and the McCaskies are just like they're kryptonite.
Those Cubs at Mets. Oh, the Mets are leading the Cubs 4-1. Hell yeah.
Oh, dude,
All right,
dude,
Washington.
we have so many super chats to do. We're way
Oh,
behind.
you
Yeah.
read them.
We are on Jordy for 5. Ranger Suarez has literally been Jeebus himself. Like I loved him before this stretch a lot, but even I didn't see this from him. Go Phils. Hashtag fuck the Mets.
Oh, well, fuck you. Fuck you too, you fucker.
I need to see how Ranger Suarez has been doing.
Fucker.
Let's look at his baseball
Fucking
reference
asshole.
page. I mean, dude,
It's all
5-0 with a 1.32 ERA, 2 WAR already. Shit, yeah, he's doing well.
All right, we're headed to the third. Maple Leafs and Bruins tied at 1. Hurricanes looking
Nobody
to
can
sweep the
control that
aisles.
puck. Oh, Hurricanes aren't
During the
sweeping the
second
aisles. They
period.
lost 4.
I mean, winning. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Panthers eliminated the Lightning. They're done. Yeah.
Oilers are looking to eliminate the Kings. Avs are looking to eliminate the Jets. Brandon Brock for 5. I'm a Bears fan, and I have hope. That's probably a mistake. I mean, I don't blame you. It's
That
tough.
is a mistake. This is a major mistake. Don't.
And why find a
Don't have
0-1-7? The Giants get a C-. Neighbors pick was great, and some holes were patched, but we needed a QB to replace a wet fart. That fuels the rumor that this team is waiting on Arch Manning, the Derp legacy pick. Arch Manning. Yeah, I mean, maybe. You're looking at 2-3
Arch
years down the
Manning
road.
can't even. Yeah, he can't. He didn't even unseat Quinn Ewers.
Well, Quinn Ewers is a top prospect. He'll be fine. I mean, he
just
might
saying.
transfer.
Yeah. I don't know.
The thing with college is you have to wait a while to really start or you transfer. You rarely see a quarterback play all 4 years these days. But what about this verse for 5? Is Harbaugh's Chargers draft going to work out like Mike Shanahan with the 90s Broncos or Jimmy Johnson's failure in Miami with Marino? Maybe.
He's not. He doesn't care. He's getting paid either way. Fucking like Urban
Who wants a
Meyer.
Super Bowl?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, he would be one of the rare. Has anyone who's coached who's won a Natty and a Super Bowl? Is that Jimmy Johnson has done it?
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll's done it.
Trying to think who else. I don't know if there's anybody really else
that's
that's
it.
there.
I think that's
It's
it.
like a bunch of college coaches have didn't really pan out, and a bunch of pro coaches haven't really panned out in college.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the only guys. All right. Keep reading the super chats.
Yeah. I mean,
Barry
you could do it.
Switzer, oh God. Barry
Switzer.
Switzer doesn't count. Barry Switzer doesn't count.
I mean, but he kind of
had
does.
Stacked teams. He had stacked teams at Oklahoma. He had fucking Brian Bosworth. Then he inherits the Cowboys. Come on.
Maybe.
I don't think he
Larry
did.
Brown won them that Super Bowl. Sir Random Guy for 5. The NFL needs to bring Dave Gettleman back because of the entertainment value. These GMs besides Atlanta are being too logical. I agree. We really need Dave Gettleman back for the sake of the memes. Dude,
I'll
that
find him.
Kadarius Toney reaction is still fucking gold.
It is gold.
It's fucking
It's one of the
gold, man.
greatest reactions of all time. Mhm.
And Bailey Reichert, the Jags drafting Brian Thomas Jr. is a great move. They needed a wide receiver bad, and they got him. Traded back and didn't miss on him. Don't know why there's questions. I mean, the question is for me, it's Trent Baalke's mid-round picks. They're always baffling and they don't really pan out. That's my question. Like, I like the Brian Thomas Jr. pick because they needed to replace Calvin Ridley, but it's just like, what about his mid-round selections? That's my thing with Baalke. Dodger of Zion. I give a big old A+ for my Eagles filling needs and preparing for the future. Excited to see Rattler develop in the NFC South. Also working on something pretty ambitious with a ghost
let's
emoji.
Go. All right. Ghost
Sor-
emoji.
Soaring Eagle 175.
What's up,
About the Falcons, who the hell were you afraid of taking Rook or Horhoro to the point you had to trade up 8 spots to 35? You never know. I probably butchered that name too. So
Yeah.
or Horhoro.
Horhoro.
That is such a terrible name to pronounce.
That
Or
is-
Horhoro.
Yeah. That's like it sounds like a Japanese that sound like anime. Uruke ohoro.
It sounds like the Japanese sound for us. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That's pretty much what it sounds like.
You want to listen.
See, you can say that stuff because you're Asian. Me, I
I
can't.
know I'm Asian. I want to do one of those I'm half Asian videos. You know, like how like we're Niners fans. We
Yeah.
or whatever. We're Eagles fans. I want to do one for half Asian. It's like I'm half Asian. Of course, you're wondering about my penis size.
No, what I'm saying is I would probably do one like we're YouTubers, and like one of them would be like about grooming, and one of them would be a sponsor plug.
No, dude, if we did one for we're sports YouTubers, it's like we're sports YouTubers. Nobody gives a fuck, and that would be the end of the fucking video.
Pretty much.
That would be it. That would be like, hey, we're sports YouTubers. Nobody cares about our opinion. Click out.
Well, it's either that. It's like
That's it.
we're sports YouTubers. Of course, we sit in the computer all fucking day. Of course,
Yeah.
we're sports YouTubers. No one gives a shit. The end. Done.
Right. Yeah, we're sports YouTubers. Of course, we get up and we sit in front of a computer for 8 hours and then we go to bed.
8 hours is generous. It's more like 10, 11.
10 or 11.
And some of that time you're just trying to like cruise around.
How much of your time? All right, I spend maybe 10 hours in front of the computer. How much of it is actually spent working, though?
6 or 7, depending on the day. Sometimes it's a little bit.
A lot of times you're just, little.
Well, not just that. You're also looking at YouTube videos. You're looking at other shit, research,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Watching baseball doesn't exist videos, trying to figure out his formula so I can get.
Sometimes
rich like
that
him.
happens.
Dude, do you know he had a
rich.
month where he had 50 million views?
Damn.
50 million
Impressive.
views.
And it's probably all monetized too. Like I
All
don't get the
monetized.
monetization.
Yeah.
Well, MLB doesn't claim
that
anymore.
shit. Yeah. 50 million views. That little greedy little fuck.
Yeah.
Little
I
shit.
mean, hey, I'm proud of that dude.
He's a good kid. He's from Northern Virginia.
Nice.
Anyways, keep.
You ever meet the
reading,
dude?
We've talked. I have his number. Like I can text him, but
Oh, nice.
yeah, we talk.
High King Feanor, Alpha Chad, of Middle Earth. Dolphins got a gem in the 5th round with Muhammad Kamara. Beast off the edge and really hate that Buffalo didn't get him.
Good pick.
Yeah, buddy. Timothy Floyd. Could the Falcons have drafted a QB because they think they're going to get hammered with the tampering penalty? Maybe. But still, I feel like you should have gone edge there. Also, love the show. Go Birds. I mean, I don't know if you're feeling about
Thank
birds,
you.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm pro birds. Birds are really smart.
What about the Birds, the
listen.
band?
I used to date a girl that had a parrot. The fucking thing would never shut up. The parrot was pretty cool too.
Ezekiel Elliott's back with the Cowboys, baby. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Hunter Dawson, I'm convinced these Leafs will be forever paying for the sins of Harold Ballard. May the Bruins finish off these frauds. Time will tell, man.
Jeremy Miller is correct, by the way. If it flies, it spies. Birds are not real.
Didn't a football player say that recently? You didn't believe in birds?
Everyone believes that birds are government drones. Are all those the super chats, or is that all? of
No,
them?
we got a few more. Even drafting the
not
Falcons
complaining.
can't stop choking. Matthew Ramirez, Prime Bird versus Prime KD. Got to go Prime KD just because better talent. Timothy Fleury, do you think Atlanta took a QB because they think the NFL is going to slam them with the tampering penalty that's coming? Yeah. I mean, that's a different one.
That, sort of.
Vincent Curry, NFC North looks stacked. New England Patriots equals Gary Busey. I mean, during the last stage of the Belichick era, oh yeah.
How did we get so far behind?
Well, we weren't doing super chats for a bit. Adil Carrete, the Patriots draft makes me cautiously optimistic.
You know, you don't have to read these. You can just put
Yep.
them on screen.
Instinctive
gonna
30,
read
we must say the line for the Capitals. Congratulations, your team still can't make it past the first round of the
Hey,
playoffs.
they won a cup. They won a cup.
Yeah, but they haven't won anything
exercised
since.
the memes. They exercised.
I miss
the
those memes.
Yeah.
Ime Udoka should have won Comeback Coach of the Year. Maybe. NFC North looks stacked. All 4 teams look like wildcard teams at minimum.
Yeah. we
Amazing
saw
how a
that.
decade can change things. In 10 years, Geno Smith went from a draft bust to consecutive 2-time Pro Bowler QB. Yep. And the last one, T-Wolves, good. Like I'm 13 again. Also, Lowell
Kevin
Suggs.
Garnett.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
And
the
we have finished up.
Commanders, They got Jaden Daniels. I'm just gonna give him a C. Like I'm not sure how good Jaden Daniels is gonna be, but we all talked like that was their guy, and they went out and got their guy, and they have their guy, so it's their guy.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Anyways, we made it to the end. Of
We
the
made
stream.
it.
We love y'all. Thank you. This is our tier maker. This is your draft. We thought that the Chargers, the Bears, and the Eagles, really only the Bears and the Eagles did.
It's too early to tell. We'll be looking back in this in 5 years if we're still doing this and laughing our asses off.
Yeah. It's so beautiful that
Oh.
my commies have a competent front office and are making good draft picks, although I wanted Cooper DeJean in the second round. He wasn't available.
Well, you're not going to get White Boy Summer. Come on. The Eagles always have White Boy
I
Summer.
love White Boy Summer. All right. Do you have anything coming out?
Well, Haters Guide to the NFL Draft. I am finishing up the overlays. Going to get that out tomorrow.
Okay.
I mean, so it's still it's super late. I know, but I had a lot to do this weekend.
I have a video on famous Jameis Winston.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Turnover Bakery. Let's go.
Yep. And again, I'm sorry for being high. It just happened. I love you.
Well, I mean, all I'm going to say is one thing before we go.
Smoke weed every day.
All right, fucker.
I had to do that.
Love
I'm
y'all.
sorry.
See you next week.